Hello everyone, welcome to the Journey of the Shines. My name is Brittany Shine and this is our new son, Caleb Shine, and he's 2 months old. He's our third child. We now have 3 children and I breastfeed him every day, and I make sure that he gets fed with some substance as well. So what I have learned over like the past 4 years of being a parent, I have learned that breastfeeding your child is very essential, but you also need to have some substance. If your baby is still hungry, it's probably time to feed your baby some more food other than just breastfeeding. Even though the doctors may say, hey, just breastfeed your babies, you don't have to feed them anything else. Well, that didn't work for my son, my firstborn son, nor my daughter. And now with my newborn here, he's 2 months now, but he's already eating a jar of baby food, okay? He can eat a whole jar of baby food and still be hungry like a couple of hours later. So I know that breastfeeding is going to require more than just breastfeeding your baby if your baby's still hungry. Now, if your baby is full and satisfied, then by all means, disregard this video, okay? Don't worry about what I just said. Just keep breastfeeding your baby constantly, okay? And this is something that I do. I constantly breastfeed my baby, like I would say every 2 to 3 hours, sometimes every hour on the hour, depending on how hungry he gets, okay? And he may be hungry right now because he's hearing me talking about food. So, but I just wanted to encourage you mothers out there to not give up, okay? Don't give up on breastfeeding. You can breastfeed your baby and you can get through this, okay? I have my son and my daughter here in the background. Come in. What is it? So I don't want to hold you all long. I have 3 children and my hands are full right now, so I can't really just like make a long video, but I just want to say, mothers, don't give up breastfeeding your babies. You can get through this. If your baby is still hungry after you just breastfed them, then by all means, make some purees, or you can buy some from the store and spoon feed your baby. Have a baby spoon, dip it in the jar, and feed them a little bit at a time, and watch your baby start to eat more and more. And they will be full and satisfied, and they'll probably sleep all throughout the night. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I breastfed all of my babies. I've never fed them any formula, and they grew up just fine. My firstborn son was a very, very tiny baby. He was so tiny, people thought that he would not grow. Like it was like he was so small. It was like, oh my gosh, when is this baby gonna grow? Melody, I'm making a video. Go back in there. My firstborn son, Benjamin, when he was born, I breastfed him, and the doctors told me to just breastfeed him. Don't feed him anything else. And as a new parent, I didn't know any better. I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna feed him anything else. I'm just gonna breastfeed him because that's what the doctor said to do. But lo and behold, people kept telling me, your baby's so tiny, your baby's so tiny. And then others would say, you need to feed your baby, you need to feed your baby. And I'm like, I am feeding my baby. What are you talking about? Like, I'm doing everything I can to feed my baby. But I didn't realize that I needed to feed him more than just breastfeeding. So I would add on to breastfeeding. If your baby is still hungry, add on to what you're already breastfeeding him. So also I would drink plenty of water, and plenty of fluids so that your milk can flow smoothly, okay? Every time you breastfeed your baby, which is recommended in every 2 to 3 hours, breastfeed your baby often, and then feed them a jar of apples or carrots and peas. your baby will eat, okay? They will eat food. Okay, so I lost my train of thought because my daughter was coming in here crying about a pillow or something, and yeah. Woo! God has really just like grown, like helped me grow as a parent of 3 children. Oh my goodness, like it's a whole nother level when you have 3 children. But anyway, so I would just encourage you all to stay the course. Our newborn son here, he's 2 months now, and he's already been spoon fed. Like, he's the first baby I've ever spoon fed at 2 months. All of my other babies, my firstborn, I started feeding him at 5 months. And my second child, my daughter, I would say around 5 months. When she was 5 months as well, I started giving her more than just breast milk. So just know your baby, know when it's time to feed them some substance. Like, okay, they're not at the very newborn stage anymore. They're getting bigger and bigger. They need some more food. They need some substance. Let's go ahead and start giving them some substance, some babysitter foods. This is actually stage 2. It says from about 6 months. But this baby here, he eats like he's 6 months, okay? This baby can eat, okay? He's not a normal 2-month-old. So he needs some substance, because I fed him, I would breastfeed him every 2 to 3 hours, sometimes every hour on the hour, depending on how hungry he gets. If he cluster feeds, then sometimes I have to feed him more and more. But I've realized that, hey, he just needs some substance. He needs something more than just breast milk. Even though your babies love your milk, they will not deny your milk after they've eaten other foods. They still want you to breastfeed them because they love you, and they know that that's the best food they can ever eat. I've tried bottle feeding my son, and he's like, ugh, what is this? You know what I'm saying? But he will get bottle fed if he has to. Like, it's like, okay, if this is the only choice I have, then I'll eat it. But I want my mom's breast. Like, what is this? This is not the real thing. What is this? So, he's a sweetheart though. He's such a sweetheart. So I would say, if you do want to pump, like if you want to pump breast milk, pump the breast milk, pour it in the bottle, but just keep in mind that your baby wants to eat directly from you. And if you're not able to just be present and feed your baby directly, then I would try getting them some jars, or make your own foods for your baby, okay? You can use a blender and just blend it up with some apple juice, or however you want to blend it. Just make sure that it's baby friendly and that it's healthy for your baby. I've never fed my babies any formula, so I don't really know what that's like. I don't know how formula fed babies eat, but I just know that it's healthier for your baby to eat from your breast. They need your breast milk. So I would encourage you mothers to not give up breastfeeding your baby, because your baby needs you, okay? They need the nutrients that breast milk provides. All of the healthy nutrients that they need it, okay? So also breastfeeding, I've noticed that every time I breastfeed my babies, I don't have to go through my cycles. Like, my cycles are extended. So like, I would say up to 8 months. When my firstborn son was 8 months old, that's when I started to have cycles again. So I didn't have a cycle for 8 months of breastfeeding my firstborn baby. My secondborn, my daughter, she was 5 months when I started to have my cycles again. So it just all depends on how your body reacts and how often you breastfeed your baby. So this is something that is very beneficial for you and for your baby. So I would definitely encourage you to stay the course and not give up, okay? Don't give up breastfeeding your baby. You can do this. Your baby does not, excuse me, your baby does not need to be taught how to be breastfed, okay? They already know how to eat. All you have to do is just be available and have them eat at your breast. You don't have to make it too complicated. Don't make it too complicated. Just have your baby, and it may be a little challenging when they're like newborn, like when they're first born. It may be a little challenging for you and for your baby to adjust. But sometimes when babies are born, like as soon as they're born, they latch on immediately. It's like, whoa, like God gave them wisdom on how to eat from your breast. But I would encourage you, if you are having a little trouble breastfeeding your baby, especially when they're first born, get a lactation consultant and have them help you to breastfeed your baby. They can help you. They can give you some techniques on how to feed your baby. But I would say don't make it complicated. Just hold them and put them directly on your breast. Make sure that you and your baby is comfortable, okay? So that you both will have a peaceful breastfeeding session, okay? Sit up if you need to. If you need to prop your legs up, or if you need an extra pillow, then by all means, do what you need to do to make sure that your baby is fed, okay? So thank you all for watching. I hope that this has encouraged you all mothers to continue to breastfeed your baby. It is such a blessing and such a beautiful thing. It's something that God has given us the ability to do. Like, it is amazing how milk can come out of our breasts. It is such a blessing and such a wonderful experience. So I would encourage you to keep going. Thank you all for watching. I will talk to you all again soon. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Bye-bye.